Now this is a filter that tells the world that you're serious about fish keeping. It is a massive bucket filter by Eheim, one of the most reliable filters on the market. It can filter up to a 1500 litre aquarium, which is pretty massive. It's got 23 litres of capacity. It's got water flow of almost 2,500 litres. The way that it works is the water comes in through this, so it comes with a strainer that picks the water up out of the aquarium, takes the water down through a pipe into the inlet, which is down the bottom. Then there's a grid in the bottom that you must put legs down, because that lets the water disperse across the bottom of the filter. Then you fill the filter up with a media. The media that I would select by far is the Marine Pure. Now Marine Pure has the highest amount of surface area, the best parallel denitrification, so that would be the media that I'd select to run the filter. So you fill the filter up with that sort of media. Then on the top I'd put polyfilter, because polyfilter is the best mechanical and chemical media I've come across. Then the return pump sits in the top and shoots the water back into the aquarium again, by way of a gooseneck. I don't really like the spray bars and things because they just look ugly. Now, this thing should be serviced about once a month, but you will find that if you service it once a month and the Marine Pure is quite clean and the polyfilter is not black, then you can pretty easily get away with about once every 3 months. Now, this thing at the top here is purely decorative, so you can just pull that off. And I've also seen these used in ponds as well, which is quite interesting. But as far as taking this thing off, then you can just unscrew these things here, which takes a couple of seconds like that. Then you take the top off, you check the polyfilter. If the polyfilter is black, then you definitely want to give it a clean. The way you give it a clean is to throw the polyfilter out, rinse the Marine Pure by either backwashing or removing some water out of the aquarium, then put it back together again, put some new polyfilter back on top again, redo those things back up again, and make sure the O-ring's in place, because there's an O-ring in there. It's also got a backwash function, so if you've got it plumbed into your system, and you can turn the system off, and then you can open that tap up, and what that does is just suck all the crap out of the bottom of the filter. And a lot of people use that as a gauge, because if they suck some crap out of the bottom of the filter and the water excreting from the bottom is relatively clean, then they might decide not to clean the filter yet. If the water coming out is really quite dirty, then they might make a decision to clean the filter. So backwashing, it just buys you a bit of extra time. But once again, this is a serious filter with a massive capacity, especially run with the right biological media. And I cannot recall ever seeing one of these things break down. So they've got a 2-year warranty, but that may as well be a 20-year warranty. Because, once again, made in Germany, but one of the most reliable, serious filters on the market. Really worth looking at. A big filter that says, I am serious about my fish tank.